Good morning, all. Welcome back once again. Myself, Rudra Swami, science teacher from Sant Tukaram National Model School. In yesterday's session, we have seen about the movement pattern in the snakes. There are different kinds of snakes are there, and depending on their body structure, how they can move from one place to another place by crawling. That we had seen in yesterday's session. Now, in today's session, we are going to learn about the movement pattern in the birds. Birds. Okay, there are different kinds of birds are there. Their body shape is also different, and depending on their body pattern, how they can move from one place to another place. Regarding with this, there are such kind of birds are there. Though they are birds, but they cannot fly, like a penguin, like ostrich. Okay, that also we are going to see. So, without wasting time, we are going to start this today's session. Okay, so movement in the birds. Birds are class of vertebrates with distinct features such as feathers and beaks. Okay, they are having feathers to fly and they are having strong beak to catch its prey. Okay, they have two legs to walk or to hoop or to run and two wings to fly. See this image, and with the help of these wings they can fly, and with the help of these legs they can walk, or they can hop, or they can run with the help of that legs. Okay, see, though most of the birds can fly, but some birds are flightless, means they cannot fly, such as this. See this image, like penguin, and this is the image for emu. Emu is the one kind of bird, though it is a class of bird, but they cannot fly. Ostrich is also one kind of bird, they cannot fly because of that heavy structure of that its body. Again, one more bird is there called penguin and kiwi. It is also one kind of bird is there that they cannot fly. Their wings are very means they are not strong enough to hold that much of weight while flying, so that they cannot fly. Okay, see, birds having streamlined bodies which are minimizes air resistance. Streamlined body means what? The streamlined body means boat-like structure which minimizes the air resistance, which minimizes the oppose of air while flying. Naturally they are adapted that features that they are having a boat-like structure. Their body having a boat-like structure. That's why while flying the air resistance will be very minimum, or they minimizes the air resistance. Their opposing of air very less because of that streamlined bodies of that birds. See, with the help of that strong wings they can fly, and that air resistance will get minimized by that streamlined bodies. Again, birds are light in weight but have strong skeleton. Though they are having a light in weight, but their skeleton is very strong. Their bones are very strong enough. That's why they can fly easily due to light weight and strong skeleton. Okay, the bones of the birds are hollow and filled with the air. You can see this image. See this image. Bones of the birds are hollow in shape and they are filled with the air. Okay, these bones structure help the birds in two ways. It makes their bodies lighter because of that hollow shape, and they are filled with the air, and it supplies more amount of oxygen needed to lift their body for the flight. Because of this hollow shape of that bones of that birds, it will help to make them lighter in weight, and it supplies more amount of oxygen which is needed to lift their bodies for the flight purpose, for the flying purpose, because of that hollow shape of the bones. That is why they can fly more easily. than any other. Okay. While flapping the wings, birds make use of their large and strong flight muscles. These are some flight muscles you see here. Near the neck of that bird, flying muscles are there and that are very strong enough. See here, that are very strong enough. Okay, and that they are using that flight muscles while flapping the wings. Flapping of wings have two stages. There are two stages are there. Upstroke flapping and downstroke flapping. When both the wings are lifted upwards. When the wings are lifted upwards, that is called as upstroke flapping. And the two wings are gets downwards, that is called as downstroke flapping. Flapping of the wings having two stages. Upstroke flapping, at that time wings lifted upwards, and downstroke flapping, at that time wings brought downwards. Okay, and with the help of repetitive upstroke and downstroke flapping gives their body the required lift and the speed. With the help of these upstroke and downstroke continuous flapping, their body, it will help their body to lift and to get the maximum amount of speed. Okay, so in this way they can fly easily. Okay, the smallest bird on the earth is bee hummingbird. The smallest bird on the earth is bee hummingbird. See this image? You can see here. You can see here. This is the image of bee hummingbird. Its length is it measures about only 5 centimeter in length and nearly about 2 grams in a weight. This much less weight it is having, and 5 centimeter length it is there. So it is the smallest bird on the earth. Okay, and the speed of flapping the wings is very fast. The speed of flapping the wings is very fast, near about 50 times in a 1 second. Near about 50 times in a 1 second. See how much speed it is got. In 1 second, 50 flaps is done by that wings of that bee hummingbird. See. This rapid motion of the wings produces humming sound from that wings. With the help of that very fast that flapping of that wings, humming sound is coming. See here. That is a bee hummingbird. Okay, so this is all about the movement in the birds, how they can move with the help of strong muscles, flapping muscle, hollow shape of that bones, and due to light weight and the strong skeleton they can fly easily. Okay, rest of the things we will see in the next class. Thank you.